Good afternoon, guys, and happy, what is today? Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I have to show you guys this. There's like 3 black-capped chickadees outside. Oh my gosh, they all just flew away. Actually, let's wait and see. They might come back. There's a bunch of them out there and a bunch of sparrows. And there's also, I think it was a house finch, maybe a male and a female. They were all just eating up all of the bird seed outside. They're really in love with it. Right now you guys can probably see there's a whole ton of, oh, this finch is back. That's the one on the little black thing right there. And you guys can see those sparrows are all going all kinds of crazy over this bird seed outside right now. Actually there's a lot of birds outside. I feel like it's because you can see them go too. They're down there in the grass. I don't like sparrows. They normally chase away all the other birds. But oh, there's a little black-capped chickadee. Oh, he just flew away. There was 3 of them. Oh, there's the other one. You guys see that? There's 2 of them that were just there, and now oh, they flew away. They keep flying up into our neighbors like pine trees over there. Oh my gosh, that's a nuthatch. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just caught that too. Wow, there's a lot of birds outside. I think it might be, they keep going to this feeder, like a lot of them. These little chickadees, I love them. The way they fly is hilarious. They're like little like darting birds. They just dart all over the place, but there's a ton of them outside right now. Oops, something spooked them. All of them just flew into the burning bush. Do you guys see that? The whole bush is stinking moving right now. And I think that is a the one that was closest there is a, what's it called, a house finch. It's like on our side right now. And then yeah, there's a bunch of other sparrows too that are eating up a lot of this stuff. But that was so cool. I can't believe I caught there. He just came back. He just darted away again. Yeah, I even got that, I think it is some type of nuthatch. I'm not sure what type that I said was there earlier. Also too, there's 2 cardinals birds up in that tree up there right now. And I would open the blinds for you guys. The only problem is I don't want any of the birds to try and fly into the house and then fly in the window. That's happened a couple times, so that's why we actually have to turn the blinds, because we've had a couple birds that have flown into the window. But when we have them turned like this, there's, you know, they see that as a not passable. But sometimes when your windows are so clean, the birds wind up just flying into them. So yeah, that's happened a couple times. Oh, the nuthatch is back. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. And there goes the black-capped chickadee too. Oh, there's another one. There's 3 of them, and then again there's the one nuthatch now that I've seen a couple times. And then again too, I think the up there is a a cardinal like right there, that I think is waiting to figure out if it's safe or not to come down here, whether or not it wants to. The nuthatch is back again. Their like beaks are so cool. They like stick out really far. They're very unique, and the chickadees are so tiny too. But we haven't seen them at all because they're really more of like winter birds, or like fall birds, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. They might be like a year-round bird, but we really only get them like around this time when it's colder out. The sparrows will come around anytime. So that is either a house finch. I want to say it's a house finch. It's either a house finch or else it's a that one that looks kind of red that's like right there in the front. That's on the like tube feeder, the closer to us, or a purple finch, but I don't think it's a purple finch. I think it's a all the little what you call it, so the chickadees just they just go to there and then they go and fly away. It's so cute. I don't think that one is a what's it called, a house, I think it's a house finch and not a what's it called, a purple finch. Those ones are really only winter birds. And that, I don't know what that bird is. Huh, unless this just is a sparrow. I can't really see. It looks smaller than a sparrow. Unless maybe it's a female finch. That could be. It's eating right alongside the nuthatch. I kind of want to go and get, oh my goodness. Oh, that that nuthatch is not having any of it from those other birds. It's just like, holy cow, it's like a party out in the front yard right now with all these birds. They just keep like, they fly into the bush, they're flying over there. There's all kinds of them all over the place. I'm wondering, it was like raining sort of a little bit earlier and then it stopped. So I'm wondering if it's because of the cold or something like that, that they're all out here right now today. But it was weird. I was in my room and I heard some unique chirping that didn't just sound like regular like sparrow chirping. So I was like, oop, that's either the chickadees or maybe some finches. And sure enough, it's both of them plus some plus a nuthatch, which I don't know what kind of noise they actually make either. But there's a little chickadee just flew into the bush. I don't like the sparrows just because, again, you see this? Now they're like congregating and kind of frightening away some of the other birds. And again, the nuthatch looks like he is just totally fine with it. He doesn't mind. But the little chickadees, I feel like they're kind of skittish a little bit more anyway. And so I don't want the sparrows to chase them all away and stuff like that. So yeah, see, now they're gonna eat up all of this food that the other birds were eating, and hopefully the other birds still have a chance to get some. Sparrows are ground feeders anyway, so they probably really enjoy this as opposed to like that. Which is why I would expect to see them more over here than, you know, over there. But oh, we got a squirrel, and he can't get up because of that baffle that's on there and the one that's over here too. So yeah, I just saw something that looked like a chickadee maybe. So you guys see, it's like Wild Kingdom out in the front yard right now. There's a whole ton of all kinds of different birds and squirrels hanging around. He is hopefully not digging up my bulbs that I planted for spring, my tulips and stuff. Oh no, he's gonna just see. I don't mind this, the food that the birds throw into the grass. If like the squirrels want to eat it up, that is fine by me if they want some of that. There's a finch too on the thistle feeder over there. I think that's a female finch because it doesn't look it's smaller than the sparrows and it doesn't look very colorful, so I'm gonna say it's probably a female finch. I've also had a lot of woodpeckers recently too, so now that it's cool out and stuff like that, but I just hope that we don't get a whole ton of sparrows, just because, like I said, they'll eat up all the food, and then my little friends that are the cute colorful ones like these chickadees, they don't get as much. So yeah guys, that's, oh my goodness, Jay's back! Holy cow! My blue jay friend just came back. Oh my gosh, there's 3 blue jays. There is 2 of them in the feeder. Oh my goodness, and our neighbor's coming and walking by with their dog. All right guys, I see the jays across the street right now in one of the trees. The problem is that our neighbor was walking by with her dog, so they all kind of flew away a little bit. All of the sparrows are clearly back right now. And then the dogs all started barking. Now the mailman is here, so I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to film. But guys, I could have sworn like yesterday or the other day I was looking outside and I was like, it looks like there were some blue jays in like one of our neighbor's trees, but they were really far away. They looked kind of blue, but I couldn't totally tell. And I was like, I really think that those are blue jays. And I think I see them hopping around, like I said, in the neighbor's tree across the street. But that was so cool. They were actually in the bush too. So we had that one blue jay that was constantly coming in the backyard. I think maybe I told you guys or showed you guys, maybe I snapped a picture too. But I have never seen 3 all at the same time. That was amazing. They all like flew in at once. One landed on the feeder and the other 2 flew into the bush. And then, like I said, the neighbor came down turned around the corner, and then our dogs all started barking at the neighbor's dog. And now the mailman's outside, so you know, once he passes us, we might be able to still have a chance to maybe see a couple more. But I can't believe I actually caught that, because I don't think my parents would have believed that. My mom was like, oh, we're not getting that many birds in the front yard, you should just move the feeders, you know, back to the backyard and stuff like that, along with our bird sanctuary in the backyard. And she was like, oh, you should just move it and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I was like, they'll come. And sure enough, you know, it's been mainly, you know, we had, again, a couple of woodpeckers, mainly sparrows, and the black-capped chickadees have been hanging out, and my mom was just like, oh, you know, especially our platform feeder, it looks like it needs to be painted again, and she's just like, it looks like an eyesore. She's like, it looks just kind of weird out there. Like with the other feeders before, it looked like okay. Having it out there like all by itself, it looks kind of weird. But the birds obviously really enjoy it, and I never would have thought we would have gotten one, let alone 3 blue jays in the front yard all at the same time, just because of you know, like, I guess there's kind of trees sort of around in the front yard, but like in the backyard they have a couple of other places sort of where they can hide, I guess. And not that they're really skittish birds, they're kind of like bully birds too, kind of like the sparrows are. But the fact that like they're, oh, there's some other birds across the street, something really big across the street. It looks like, I don't know, it didn't look like a blue jay, but it looks like something big. So yeah, maybe we'll see them again, but I'm hoping that because it is cooler out, we'll see obviously some more and some unique birds. I kind of want to go out there and like fill up the feeder again. The thing is that I've been putting peanuts and nuts out, or like peanuts, shelled and unshelled peanuts out there, which blue jays love those. That was like the #1, the one that we had in the backyard. That was his #1 favorite, you know, food in the backyard. So the chickadee is back again. So yeah, I might go ahead and fill that up. But this is so cool, guys. It's like we got a ton of birds all at the same time. And again, I would have never ever thought to have seen 3 of those chickadees all at the same time and 3 blue jays all at the same time. That was, oh my goodness, like blue jays are my probably #1 favorite bird, and to see again there's a good fun little population of them. There's at least 3, you know, that all came to our feeder at the same time. Is pretty amazing. So guys, I'm gonna go take a shower and get to bed. Yeah, well, seeing all those birds today was really cool. Also too, later in the day I saw a woodpecker. I'm pretty sure it was a hairy woodpecker, which are bigger than the like downy woodpeckers. What was really cool though was that me and my dad saw, I think it was maybe like a red-bellied sapsucker or something like that. It's a kind of woodpecker, and they're really cool. Maybe it wasn't that kind, it was a different kind though, but they're really cool. They have these like mohawk kind of like looking things, a little bit different from woodpeckers, and I think they're a little bit bigger. But it was really cool. We hadn't seen one of those, and I think we saw 2 or something like that maybe about a week ago or something. So now that it is winter, we are getting some different birds, which is really cool. Unfortunately, we still get the sparrows, which again, they eat all the food, and a lot of times too they are bullies to a lot of the birds, and so, you know, they will, you know, eat up all the food, and since there's so many of them, you know, it's hard to keep the other little ones fed, you know, like those chickadees and the nuthatches and stuff like that. And the type of nuthatch, he came back later today too, and it was so cute though, because it was just him for the longest time. For her, I guess it could have been, but it was just the one, and it kept hopping. It would jump on the suet, and then it would jump over to the thistle feeder, and then it would like jump down into that little like black sort of like platform dish feeder, and then it hopped back up into like that, like the tube feeder, then it go back, and then it just kept making its rounds all over that one like feeder. So that was kind of cool getting to see that. But while it was there, I got a really good look at it, and it was a red-bellied nuthatch, which in the spring, early summer, I saw I think it's a white breasted nuthatch, but this one was a red breasted nuthatch, and so it has like different markings on its face, which was how I was able to tell. I had my Illinois bird book right next to me to be able to look it up to see what kind it was, but that was such a cool thing, guys, getting to see all of those blue jays. I saw some, I could have sworn there were some in the trees. It looked a lot like 2 blue jays, and I was like, oh, I really wish they'd come down and eat. So maybe they've been down before, and again, we just haven't seen them, but I'm hoping that again they'll be like, oh, there was food there, and they didn't get too scared off by, again, the mailman and the neighbors and stuff like that. And and then my dogs were barking at the neighbor's dog who was outside walking, you know, and so I was like, oh great, I hope that didn't also wind up scaring off the birds, but hopefully they will be back, and we'll be able to see them again. But that was really cool. I've never seen 3 all at the same time. I've only seen 1 at a time, and I think for the most part it was always the same one in the backyard, but that's really cool. I feel like because it is like fall and going to be winter, you know, we'll see a lot more different and unique kind of birds, or maybe more variety, and hopefully less sparrows, because for the longest time I wasn't seeing like any sparrows at all. So I wonder too if it was just sort of like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a migration sort of thing, or, you know, because it did snow yesterday, so maybe a ton of the birds came out today and were like, hey, it's snowing, we need food, you know, that kind of thing. Because the feeders have been filled since, I think I filled them up on either Saturday or Sunday, and so they've been filled for a couple days and they haven't seen almost any birds at them. But again, those chickadees we've seen for several weeks now, really since maybe the beginning to mid October, and I've seen a couple of them, so it was really cool to see them. And again, I heard a bunch of birds. That's what first prompted me to go into the front yard, and then when I did, I was like, oh, I'll share with you guys those. And then getting to see all those different kind of birds was just really cool. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, I'd love it if you subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.